Everyone in the stadium knew this was a bad decision except him.
And he drives it into right center field, hit a ton. This baby is way back. On here.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Hum Baby Baseball channel. And today we're talking Dave Roberts, Los Angeles Dodgers manager today and tomorrow and coming into next season. He is not being fired. Los Angeles Times has reported he's keeping his job. Dave Roberts will be back next season. I expected as much. Everyone's freaking out. Freaking out. Dodgers, guys, it wasn't meant to be, man. It wasn't meant to be. Not this year. Obviously, I'm a Giants fan. Don't mean to be hard on the Dodgers. I was rooting against the Dodgers. I didn't want to see it happen the way it did. Dave Roberts was a Giant, if you don't remember, in 2006, 2007, definitely in 2007, because I went to a bunch of games that year. And Dave Roberts was always super cool with the fans, autographs, talking to us in the outfield. He was always a really nice guy. So I always liked Dave Roberts. Some of his decisions in that game were obviously, I don't know, I can't explain it. Common sense, why would you want Kershaw in there? Because he's Kershaw. He's good. He trusts Kershaw. But Kershaw's a starting pitcher who hadn't had a whole lot of success in the playoffs as compared to his regular season success. So it's kind of weird. You brought him in, he gets out the inning, you bring him in again, and then Joe Kelly, sticking with Joe Kelly later in the game, who hasn't been that good lately. You got some really good arms there. You think of Maeda in the bullpen. I mean, it's hard to Monday morning quarterback and say after the fact, oh, you blew it because it didn't work out. But before the fact, you're thinking, ooh, as a guy who's rooting for the Nats, when I saw Kershaw coming out for another inning, I'm thinking, okay, this could be good. I kind of like this. I prefer Kershaw in there, who's not used to coming in out in relief. He's not been great in the postseason. I kind of prefer this as opposed to him bringing in Maeda or even Dustin May or someone else from the bullpen who can really throw and just an electric arm coming in from the bullpen. Not that Kershaw's not electric, but you know what I'm saying. Someone who's used to it. They're coming in with their game face on. Whereas Kershaw, Kershaw's Kershaw, but and I'm talking as a Giants fan who, we brought Madison Bumgarner in relief in 2014 to pretty much close out the World Series. But first of all, that was a Game 7, so there was no more games after that. We didn't have to worry about him after that. There was no concern there. And secondly, it's Madison Bumgarner. Madison Bumgarner is like not even human, okay? Okay, because most of us, we have, we feel nervous sometimes, when we're in a situation where we have to perform in front of 50,000 screaming fans, we would tend to, some of our nerves might not Madison. He's like, I'll take that ball.
It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear. And it absolutely will not stop. Ever. Until you are dead.
And also, our bullpen wasn't quite as good as the Dodgers bullpen is. So at that time in 2014, that was the last of our World Series championships. Our bullpen was getting not quite as good as it was in 2012 and 2010. So we kind of weren't, we could have brought in Romo, but at that time, Romo was still good, but he wasn't quite as good as he was in 2012 and 2010. So I was thinking, let's bring in Bumgarner. Let's wrap this thing up. That's what happened. This is a totally different situation. Bringing in Kershaw here in the middle of the game here in a tight spot, down 2 runs, and you're just gonna throw Kershaw. He gets out of the inning. You bring him back, and then you got Joe Kelly. Okay, I've said enough about the decision. I thought it was weird at the time. It didn't work out. A lot of people thought it was weird. A lot of people are like, dude, what was he thinking? Everyone in the stadium knew this was a bad decision except him. And that happens a lot with managers and head coaches in other sports. And I don't really know how to explain it other than if everyone thinks one thing, maybe they think, I got to do the opposite because the layperson, they're stupid. They don't know what they're doing. I know what I'm doing. So I got to do this, think outside the box and do this thing that's really, genius. When in reality, you should just do what the freak it seems like you should do. In this case, you don't bring in Kershaw for another inning. You don't stick with Joe Kelly too long. You bring in your young guns who can get you this win. And the Dodgers might have won that game. But hey, so be it. I like Dave Roberts. He's in a contract to come back. He's coming back. Dodgers fans might not like it. Giants fan, I'm not really worried about it. They haven't won with him, so hopefully that continues. Not to wish ill will on anyone or any team, but I'm a Giants fan. I can't help it, okay? I do wish ill will on the Dodgers. So guys, thanks for joining me. Those are just my thoughts. I mean, I think his decisions were weird, but he's a good manager and he has done well with the team. They've won a lot of games. You could say it's just their talent, like any manager could. You still got to know how to manage a team. If it was a total, just chaotic mess over there, we would know. We've seen good teams like the Red Sox with not so good managers and things fall apart. I think he's a good manager. I think he deserves at least another shot. If next year he does something crazy in the playoffs and they lose, it's time to probably move on. I understand that. But I mean, I'm happy for him that he's keeping his job, and hopefully, things will turn out okay for them. Dodgers are so good. They're going to be in the playoffs next year. There's nothing we can do about it. Giants fighting for a wild card. I mean, it's just the way it probably is going to be. So just trying to be realistic. Hopefully not. Hopefully Giants, make some big moves in the offseason and are in the race for the NL West. But let's be real sometimes, okay? So thanks, guys, for joining. Let me know what you think about Dave Roberts down below. Brand new channel here. Hum Baby Baseball. Thank you for joining me. Talk to you later. See ya!
When the Giants come to town, it's bye bye baby. Every time the chips are down, it's bye bye baby. History's in the making at Oracle Park.